A COVID crisis in Europe, with growing fears of another virus wave as cases surge across the continent. Germany has reported a record high of over more than 65,000 new infections.
Die gegenwärtige Pandemielage in Deutschland ist dramatisch. Ich kann es nicht anders sagen. Die vierte Welle trifft unser Land mit voller Wucht.
The country is bracing for more virus curbs. Residents have been rushing to be vaccinated as parts of Germany begin imposing restrictions on people who haven't yet been inoculated. More than 400,000 people received a shot on Tuesday. That's the highest number in 3 months. The World Health Organization says that Europe is the only region in the world where COVID-19 deaths increased. In its weekly report, the number of deaths in Europe rose 5%, with the region contributing more than 60% of the 3.3 million new cases. Lucy Hoff joins us live now from Brussels for more on this. Lucy, what steps are EU leaders looking to take to rein in the rapid virus spread that we're seeing? And will travel be affected?
Well, Dawn, EU leaders are preparing to take strong action. As you were hearing from German Chancellor Angela Merkel, they're warning that Germany is facing now the full force of the virus. She will be meeting with German lawmakers and state leaders later today to discuss a package of new measures, which we're told could involve mandatory daily testing for care workers, could involve what's known as 3G restrictions in terms of accessing the hospitality sector and the entertainment sector. So people needing to show proof of full vaccination or a negative test in order to gain access to things like bars and restaurants. There could also be some flexibility for individual German states to introduce some measures like closing down mass events or banning the sale of alcohol in public places. Here in Belgium, we are also seeing a big spike in infection rates, around 10,000 daily case numbers in a population of 11 million. Last night, we had the announcement from the government of a slew of new measures, including tightening the rules on the wearing of face masks in settings such as on public transport and in public places, but also introducing a mandatory 4-day teleworking week with people allowed to go to the office for just 1 day a week. So that is to try and counter the pressure that it is in hospitals. We are expecting a number of other countries such as Spain and Italy to announce similar measures to tackle spikes there.
Those differentiated measures for the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, Lucy, we know that several parts of Europe are now imposing restrictions on unvaccinated people, and that's despite the WHO warning against vaccine mandates.
That's right. I mean, the key example here is what's happening in Austria, where on Monday we had the introduction of a lockdown for anyone not fully inoculated. So those people, thought to be around 2 million people, ordered to stay at home for all but essential visits, such as to go to work, for at least a 3-week period. Now, that has been met with a lot of resistance. We have seen protests on the streets of the capital city of Vienna. But as you say, it does seem to have had an impact in terms of incentivizing people to get the vaccine. And authorities there have been clear that this is really a roundabout way to ensure that the rates of vaccine uptake increase in Austria, which currently has one of the lowest rates in Europe at around 60%. Similarly, we're seeing the introductions of vaccine pass schemes in countries like the Czech Republic and Slovakia, where case numbers have also been spiking. We have a lockdown in the Netherlands as well, again, due to last about 3 weeks. But given that warning from the WHO about vaccine mandates, countries do seem to have stopped short of that. Germany has said that it won't be introducing mandatory vaccination. Certainly there was talk of it here in Belgium, but the government stopped short of that measure as well. There are hopes that perhaps these targeted lockdowns might better incentivize people to get the jab.
Lucy, thank you for that update. Lucy Hoff there in Brussels.